scheduled email, draft email, archive emails. Here you can see some emails that I've sent out for my own personal business. In addition, there are other tabs at the top, including forms, workflows, and audiences, which we'll get to in a later video. In this video, we'll be creating an email that is similar to some of your favorite boutiques and showing you how to create a creative email that will attract your customers. So here you will click the new email tab. Once you click the new email tab, you'll land on this plethora of layouts that are pre-made from Flodesk. The benefit of using Flodesk is that Flodesk has some of these amazingly already created templates that you can go in and add your content to. One of the things that I like to do is browse through and see if there are any templates here that kind of align with what my strategy is for my email. This will make it easy for me to be able to just plug and play on some of the things that I want to do. So this one looks good. Looks like something that we could potentially use to kind of customize and use to create the email that we're looking for. So once you like it, you'll click the email. You'll land on this screen. Once you land on this screen has the ability to show you what your email would look like if a customer would receive it on a desktop as well as a mobile device. So here, if you scroll down right now before customizing, this is what the email would look like if it was sent out on a desktop. If you click the mobile device, you'll get to see what the email will look like on a mobile device if it was received. After you've determined if this is what you would like, you'll go ahead over and you'll click customize. Once you click customize, you will land on your plethora of laying out your email. So here, what you'll want to do is the first thing will start at the top of the page, which is with the logo. You'll click this box, which if your logo is not pre-entered, it will be an empty space asking you to add your logo. Once you click on that logo, you can go over here. You'll click manage logo. You can upload your logo. So as you can see, the Swank logo is already added here. In this box here for company website, what you'll want to do is you'll want to add a link to your website. What's important about adding a link to your website is that when customers get this email, as soon as they see it, they'll have the agility to be able to click on this logo and go directly to your website. People don't know, but oftentimes customers may or may not read your email, but if they see who the logo is, depending on what the hierarchy image is, which we'll get to in a few, they'll just go ahead and click on the logo. If they click on the logo and it doesn't take them anywhere, customers begin to get stuck. So it's very important to make sure that you have a landing destination set up to your logo for customers to be able to get to your website. In addition, talking about the logo, you'll want to make sure that your logo is updated and uploaded in a PNG or a JPEG or a GIF format. I recommend using PNG, as PNG is one of the highest formats and is going to give you the best quality for your logo. Once you've uploaded your logo, once you've saved your website here, you'll go ahead and you'll hit save. Once you hit save, you'll see what your logo looks like. If you want your logo to be bigger, then you have the ability to make it larger in one of two ways. You can use this little section over here that says width, and you can increase it, or you can do this by using these little arrows here on the bottom right-hand corner and just drag the logo. You can drag the logo to whatever size that you think is comfortable for you to think for customers to be able to see your logo and know exactly who this is once they receive the email. Once you've got your logo all set, the next block that you'll want to attack here is your linking bar. So if you see these little plus signs here on top and under a box, what these plus signs do, if you click them, is they give you the options to adding extra blocks. So one of the blocks that you'll definitely want to make sure to add to your email is a linking bar. So what a linking bar is when you receive an email and at the top there are different categories. So there may be, if it's a boutique, tops, blouses, dresses, shoes, things of that nature that link you straight to that category page on that particular website. Why you want to have a linking bar and why a linking bar is important is because you will want to direct your customer to specific categories based on your offering. Customers may just want to see dresses. They may just want to see shoes. So why not give them a link inside of the email that allows them to go directly to those items? So here, you'll click link bar. Once you click link bar, this is what will pop up. You'll have this block that has 1, 2, 3, 4 links in it. So let's talk about if you don't have 4 links that you want to post here. Maybe you only have 2 to 3 categories that you want to feature at the top of your email. No problem. You'll go over to the block section. The block section has this number of link section. Here you can minus or plus up to 6 different blocks that you want to add at the top of your email. One thing about adding links, though, that's very important to know, is that you don't want to overdo it. You want to make sure that you keep it to a minimum of 3 to 4 links so that you're not over consuming your customer with too many links to click through, and so that they all fit together when the email is published. Another thing that is a benefit to Flodesk is that Flodesk gives you a custom link box. Some of the other services like MailChimp and Constant Contact don't come with pre-made link bars. You have to create them. So this is one of the great benefits of using Flodesk. So if you go into this link box, now you're ready to customize. So maybe this is a boutique, so we're using Swank as an example. So maybe one of our links will be tops. So use tops here. The second we might want to use is dresses. The third we might want to use is jeans. And then the fourth we might want to use is shoes. Okay, so now we have all of our links established that we want to use. So let's go back over to the settings for this block. So a couple of things. One of the things that can be done here is, say for instance, you don't like the standardized text that is used here. You can change your font to any of these fonts in here, determining on which one you like. For the purpose of this email, we'll keep the standard font. You can also choose the weight. The weight is how you would want the text to look. Would you want it thin, light, regular, medium, semi-bold, or bold? You can change that as well. Another thing you can change is the size. So say maybe these linkings are a little too small for you. No problem. We can go over here and we can turn them up to as large as you like them. So for purposes of this email, we'll use about a 23. This gives us the agility to be able to let customers see each of our categories bigly enough without taking over the email. The next thing you can do is you can change the font color here. You can change the font color to any of these colors, as well as you can add a custom color here at the bottom. We'll leave it with black. The alignment can also be changed. So you can align to the left, to the right, or in the center. I recommend using the center. It's important to make sure that all of your content is centered so that the customer is not moving their eyesight from left to right to try to get an understanding of exactly what it is that you're trying to convey. Everything is in the center. Now, I know you're probably wondering, okay, I did the first one in all caps and then left the others kind of lowercase. So there is a feature here that will allow you to automatically change these all into all caps. If you flip this to all caps, all of the letters automatically go to all caps. All caps is recommended in using this because it looks very well in a format once it's published. You can also choose the letter spacing that you see here. If you don't like the letter spacing that's featured and you want the letters to be a little bit more spaced out, you can change that here as well. So once you got all of your settings formatted, the next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to go in and you'll want to add links. So you can drag these links directly from your website. So for instance, for these purposes, we'll just do like www.swank.com/tops. So this link should take customers, if they click on that tops link, it should take them directly to all of the tops. Just notice that's top. So the next thing that we'll want to do is you'll want to create your hierarchy image. So your hierarchy image is the image that is going to grab your customer's attention when they get this email. Typically in your hierarchy image is where you will want to feature any offers, any special messaging, anything of that nature is where you'll want to feature in that hierarchy image. So you'll need to create your hierarchy image in a creative service. I recommend using Canva, and I also recommend using the service that we'll go over today, which is Adobe Spark. These services are very simple, and for people who are not creative technology wizards with Photoshop, Illustrator, and things of that nature. They give you the agility to be able to create those same images without all of those skills. So today, we're going to head on over to Spark. So when we head over to Spark, Spark can be purchased with any Adobe All Collections package, as well as you can purchase it separately. So here you'll have the ability, you'll get home, you'll have all of these pre-made kind of layouts that you can choose from to design. In addition, you can set up your brand. You will see all of your projects here. What happens in brand is under brand, you can choose your colors. You can upload your logo so that they can automatically kind of fit into any of the images that you add here. So For using a hierarchy image, I recommend that you use a custom size. The reason why you'll want to use a custom size is because these are pre-made to fit these specific areas. So you don't want to use an Instagram post because the Instagram post might be too small in the area. Insta story post might cut out some of the things that you want to feature. Presentation can be good depending on what the image is. And then slideshow, unless your email server allows for you to add video, which is not often, you'll want to make sure that you have a image that can be featured here. So we'll go in and we'll hit custom size. So in custom size, you have the ability to change it by width and by height, by pixel, by millimeter, or by inches. So for this one, we're going to do inches. So we're going to change it to a 8x5x11, which is recommended for using email templates. So we'll go ahead. Well, 8x5x11. We'll go ahead. It'll think. Okay, now you have an empty 8x5x11. So what you'll want to do is you'll see that there are different presets over here that you can choose from. Maybe some of these presets recollect what you're planning on doing. Maybe you have a restaurant and you want to advertise, I have specialty jambalaya on sale. Or maybe you have something where you just want to send a pure just message. Hey, customers, thinking of you guys, here's a discount. So there can be all different ones that you want to use. Today, for these purposes, we're going to make a custom one that features a theme. So one of the things about email is you definitely want to capitalize on themes and holidays. So as Valentine's Day is approaching, we want to think about how can we talk to our customers about something that resonates with them, offer product offering, and then message something as well as a discount or a promo or offer. So one of the things is you'll want to click the base. So if you want an image to feature here in the background, which would be the hierarchy image, what you'll want to do is you'll want to choose the image. Or you could choose a color and make this standard and add images on top of it. For today's purposes, we're going to add an image in the back. So you'll choose image. You'll go over to upload image. You can also go over to Adobe Stock, free photos, and things of that nature to find photos as well. So I have a Swank Boutique folder here. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to pick the image that I've chosen to use here for the Swank Boutique. Okay. So now that the photo loads, we have our hierarchy photo that we're planning on using. Cool. Looks amazing. She looks great. So what do we want to say to customers now? We want to message a 20% off offer. Cool. So let's go over here to text. So when you go over to text, there's some cool presets of text that are great to use depending on what your business is. So we know we have an offer, but we also want to have some type of message at the top that says something that catches a customer's attention. So we want it to be bold. We want it to mean what it says, and we want it to look good. So we'll use this one. We'll use this text here. So now you have your text here. So the text has these little icon thingy things here. So what happens is you have the ability to be able to remove these icons if you don't like them. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to grab the entire text. You want to go up here to this little thing that looks like two squares on top of each other. You'll hit ungroup. When you hit ungroup, it releases all of these things as being together as one. So you'll click on these little icons. Once you click on the icons, you can hit trash can. Now the icons are gone. So now you just have the text. Once you click on your text, what's great about here is you get to add your text here. And then once you add your text, it will preload into the actual picture without you needing to put the text in the picture. It'll preload for you. So since it's Valentine's Day, maybe we'll say something like, good girl. Or we'll say, bad girl, good girl, around Valentine's Day. Okay? So it's a cute little play on words, something that's going to resonate with your customers, and something that's going to grab their attention. Cool. So now you have your text. So now you just want to figure out where you want to place your text. Cool. All right, now it's time to design your text. So you don't want to leave your text just on top of the image like this. What you'll want to do is you'll want to figure out, do I want to outline my text? And you can change the colors of your outline and things of that nature so that it looks different. Do you want to outline your text? Or maybe you don't want to outline your text. Maybe you want to give your text a shape and change the color of the shape, and so that it looks something like this. So maybe we'll change this and we'll make the words white, and then we'll leave the background black. So good girl. So bad girl, good girl around Valentine's Day. Looks great. Okay, so then we have an offer code that we want to use. So we'll choose another text that we'll want to use that we think resonates with that will resonate and look well here if we were to add it in. So maybe we will choose the text here. Okay? So, we have our sales text. Now, one thing about this is we don't necessarily have to use the sales part that is a part of it. If we want to remove that, again, we can hit ungroup. We can go in, we can click, we can remove sale. We can go in, we can click these icons, we can remove them. And maybe we just want to add this part that says the item off amount. So we'll go in, we'll click. So we said that our item off amount is 20%. So 20% off entire, we'll want to make off an entire capital. So 20% off entire order. Use code, we'll say VEVAL21. Cool. So we got our text. So the text is kind of small. It's kind of standard. So you can always go over here and change the size of your text. So you can make the text a little bit bigger. You can make it stand out a little bit. So we're going to go in. We're going to play with our text. So maybe we don't really like that exact text like we thought we would like it when we got it in. So maybe we'll play around. We'll see what other texts are in here. Okay, so this one looks a little bit more bolder. This one looks a little bit more bolder. It looks like the customer will see it a little bit more if we make it a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Let's get it to 36. So once we take it to 36, then we have our 20% off. All right, cool. We don't want to leave it like this because it's hard to read. So maybe we'll add an outline to this one. Since we already have added shape text at the top, maybe we'll add a outline. So maybe we want to change our outline because this outline color seems a little bit tainted. So maybe we'll do 20% off entire order, use code VAL21. So it's easy to read, 20% off. The customer can see that, use code. So maybe we'll want to just fix our text so that the use code is all together. We'll add a semicolon and just update it a little bit. Okay, cool. So now the customer sees this. Bad girl, good girl around Valentine's, 20% off entire order. Easy to read, and still has this hierarchy image that is capturing their attention. So you can kind of place the text wherever you want to, depending on how. We'll just go ahead and we'll leave it here. Okay, so now you have your hierarchy image that you want to use. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit download. So once you hit download, your file will start downloading. Depending on your computer, it will just go ahead and automatically download to your download files, or it may go to a specific folder, however you have set up. So once your image is downloaded, you'll head back over to Flodesk. Okay, so now we're back to Flodesk. So now that we're back in Flodesk, we're ready to add our hierarchy image. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit the plus sign here. We'll hit the plus sign, we'll hit image. Okay, so we have this blank space for this image. We'll go over to upload image, and then we'll go to our downloads folder, and then we'll see my post here, and then we'll choose from the uploads. Boom, we have our photo. Bad girl, good girl around Valentine's, 20% off entire order, use code VAL21. Looks good, easy to read, good combo to conversate and resonate with the customers around kind of what the person is doing in the image, and then offers them that promo code. Boom. Okay, so we got that. So there's this little white space here that we have. So these are called spacers. Spacers are what you can use to kind of show the spaces in between one segment to another in your email. Sometimes spacers are beneficial, and other times you'll want to remove spacers to be able to have your email have a consistent flow. So if you see spacers similar to the images, you can move them. You can make them a little bit smaller. You can make them look like that. In this case, we're going to remove the spacer because we want our email to look consistent. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to remove the spacer here. So basically right after the customer scrolls down, they'll be right at this image. Okay, so now we have these lovely little squares that have some text in it. But what we'll want to use them for in this case is we'll want to talk to some of our product offering. So to talk specifically to some of our product offering, I know some of you guys or everybody has mostly seen any brand that you can think of, whether it's Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Things, Fenty, any of those brands have these segments at the bottom of their emails or in the body of their emails that includes photos and then a link directly for you to go shop that item or shop that particular collection. So in this case, we'll go ahead, we'll head over to upload images in this overlay. And then we'll go back to our Swamp folder. So we already have our images in our Swamp folder. So the first image that we'll upload is this one. So we'll upload the image. And then this image is featuring Swamp's jeans. So here, what we'll want to do is we have the ability to say something cute here, like shop jeans, to speak directly to the collection. And then maybe here we'll say something like, get your groove back with the perfect pair of jeans. So that's a little wordy, but it fits what we're saying here. Okay, so now we have this button at the bottom. So the button at the bottom, we don't want it to say read it. There's a few things we can change about the button at the bottom. So the button at the bottom, we can change the fill color. So say we don't like the white fill color. Say we want to do like something that's a little bit more pinkish, that's resonating a little bit more with our overarching creative. So we'll go ahead and we'll change this little button at the bottom and change the color. We can also change the position of where it's located in the box. So we'll change it back and we'll put it in the middle. We can also change how the button looks. So we can change it to be round. We can change it to be square. We can change it to blend in, which in this case, blending in might be a good one. So we could have like that color would now be the border color, and then it would basically blend in with the color that we're going to choose for our background. Again, you can also choose the font, change the font here. You can change it to all caps, and then you can also update your linking destination. The next thing to do here will be update your block. So as you can see here, it says show the button, show the divider, show the header. So you can turn all of those things off here if you would like. If not, you can leave them as they are. The thing we'll want to do here is we'll want to change our background color. So maybe we want our background color to be a little bit more paisley pink. That's a little bit too pink. So maybe we'll go back to this color, or we'll change. We'll use this color. This color kind of aligns a little bit more. So we'll use this color. So now maybe our button doesn't look so good because it's like kind of there but not there. So we'll go ahead and we'll change the button. So we'll click the button, go in, we'll change it again, and maybe we'll make the fill color of the button white. So now we got this white button, and that looks a little bit more presentable with our text. We can also change our text color. So it looks like jeans has like a little tan color. We'll change it to white, and we'll make sure that the color that we have here is white, just so everything aligns. You can also change the line color as well. So we can go here. We can change, looks like the line color is already white, so everything's white. Cool. So now we have our shop jeans section picked up. Okay, maybe we have another section that we want to feature. So again, we have the spacer. So the spacer could be good in some instances if we were going to talk about a whole nother message. But seeing as though we're trying to get the customer to focus on our brand categories, we'll want to go ahead and delete the spacer out here. Okay, so now we have another space that we can feature. So what we can feature here is maybe we want to talk about sweaters. So we'll go here, we'll upload an image, we'll go over to our sweater picture, we'll choose our sweater picture from the file, and then we have our sweater. So then maybe here we'll do shop sweaters. And then here, instead of saying this, we'll say something more along the lines of get cozy with something cute. Just use that. Get cozy with something cute. And then here we'll change the messaging and we'll say shop. We'll also want to make sure that we change the messaging here to say shop too. So what you want to make sure that you do is that you go in and that you link each of these buttons to whatever category that is. That goes back to us linking at the top. So here we want to type in www.swank.com/jeans. And then we would come here and we would say link www.swank.com/sweaters. Okay, so when the customer sees this sweater and they're like, ooh, I really, really like that. I really, really want that. Or they see these jeans and say, ooh, those look like they fit really well. I would really love to have a pair of them. If they click this link, it's going to take them directly to the category page, or you can take them directly to what we would call a PIP page, which would be the actual landing page for that distinctive product to get them to shop. So boom, we have our 2 feature categories. So we have another one, but say we don't have any more items that we really want to feature. These are just kind of like 2 that we're trying to sell out of. We really want to feature them. So maybe we won't use this last one. So we'll click it. We'll just hit trash can on it. Okay. So then once we hit trash can on it, we have a couple different spacers. So we'll want to delete at least one of the spacers here. So then we have this little reply me button. We don't have anything that we want to feature there. So we'll just go ahead and we'll delete that out. We'll delete the spacers out here. And then we can also add a cute little message here. So what Flodesk does that other email service doesn't is it allows you to have like this little signature. So we could do something cute here with like the cursive letters and say something like Swank. We could do it and then this just gives like a little signature look. But maybe we don't want to add a signature. Maybe we want to delete it. Maybe we don't want any messaging at the bottom. So here, what we can do is we can add some sections that we would like for customers to shop. So we'll go ahead and we'll leave this text here because we can use this text box. So what we'll do in this text box, say for instance, we didn't mention dresses in the body of our email. So maybe we'll do dresses. Okay, we can align the text to the center. We can choose the font that we want to use. Say we want to use this one. We can use that font. We can make it bold. And then maybe we want to make it a little bit bigger. Nope, not that big. Okay, so maybe we want to make it about this big. So we could do that. And then what we could also do is we can add one of these little dividers. So we can add a divider, and then maybe we want to add another category that we didn't talk about in the body of our email. So maybe we want to add bodysuits here. So maybe bodysuits is a hot commodity that we see often. So we can go here. We can add bodysuits. So we can add bodysuits. We can go through. We can change. We can make this bold. And then we use about a 26 for this one. So we'll use 26 again. So we'll go 26. Okay, so now we got dresses, we got bodysuits. We can add another divider. Maybe there's another category that we want to talk about. Maybe we have accessories, and we didn't talk about accessories. Or maybe we have purses. So let's add purses. So we'll add text. We'll add purses. So we'll want to do the same thing. Update our text. Make it fit so that it corresponds with all of our other sizes. And then, boom. Okay, so we've taken and we've added some extra categories. So once the customer scrolls down, they now are not only seeing what we are featuring at the top, but then they also have these categories at the bottom that we may not have mentioned throughout the email, which we did mention dresses at the top, but maybe dresses is a hot commodity. We just didn't have any dresses that we wanted to feature here, so we'll mention dresses at the bottom again. We'll do bodysuits, we'll do purses. The cool thing about this is you can also link your social media here. So of course, if you have a page like Swamp, which is really great, they have lots of cool content. What you can do is you can connect your Instagram here. You can connect your Instagram here, and social media posts from your Instagram will show up in the email, which is really cool and really great, especially if your Instagram is like Swamp's and it is very much so inspirational. The last part of this email that you'll want to do, you'll want to add your social media. So down here, you have the ability to add your social media. So you can go into this link box here. You can manage your linked accounts. Once you go into manage your linked account, you can choose what social media you want to use. You can use Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of them. You would go in, log in or add your links into them. In addition, you can also change the style of the icon. So maybe you don't like those. Maybe you want to switch and you want them to look like this. You can change the icons. You can change the size of the icons. You can change their position. You can also change the spacing in between each of the icons. So we'll go ahead and we'll take the Instagram part out since we're not linked to Swank's Instagram. So go ahead, we'll remove that. So for right now, we've got all of our spacers out that we don't need because we want our email to just flow. We want the customer to see it and we want them to completely just like boom, 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 flow. Okay, so now we'll go back, we'll take a look at our email. We'll go through tops, dresses, shoes, bad girl, good girl around Christmas, Valentine's Day. We got our offer, we got our categories, we got our shop buttons, everything's linked. We also have these categories here at the bottom that we can have customers shop. And then we have our social media where people can find us and look for us. This right here is what your favorite brands is using as a strategy to be able to create emails that they are getting tons and tons of traffic and clicks and purchases through. Talking to the customer in this way is a great way for the customer to be able to help understand what are your priority items, what are your promotions, and what are things that you may even be having coming next. You could include pre-sale items here, things of that nature can all be contained. So we'll take a preview look at what this email will look like if we were to send it out. So if we were to send this email out, this is what it would look like if we sent it to someone and they opened it on their laptop. So pretty cool. If we sent this email to somebody and they received it on their mobile device, this is how it will look on their mobile device. So again, pretty cool. Only call out here is if you look at the mobile device here, you'll see that okay, shoes is by itself. So maybe while it looks good here because they're all on the line, we'll want to take the recommendation of maybe making these words a little bit smaller in our linkings so that our customers will see all of them on one time. That would be a recommendation. But for mobile, oftentimes you're not going to get all of your linking destinations on the top, especially if you have more than 3. And that goes back to my point of making sure that you stay around 3 to 4 linking destinations because you don't want too many linking destinations in your email because they won't all fit. So this is how our email looks. So thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel and watching how to create email content similar to your favorite brands. Thank you. Check us out for more YouTube content coming soon.